All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming live from our Joburg office. Good morning and welcome back to the opening bell with myself, Tshepo and Ashley. And this is brought to you by TD Markets and TD Markets Academy every Mondays to Fridays at 9, streaming live on YouTube. Hope you guys are having a good morning. It's a Friday. We are wrapping up the trading week, but we've got 3 more updates for you guys. All right. So in this session, we're going to have a look at gold. We're going to have a look at silver, as well as the Berkshire Hathaway. Now, these are going to be updates, all right? Berkshire Hathaway is going to be an update, but gold and silver, we're going to see after what happened, after the interest rates announcement, what can we expect, right? Because there's strength from the dollar at the moment. If you look at your dollar pairs, the dollar is strengthening. So, yeah, so let's see what we can expect next week from gold, all right? So, starting with Berkshire Hathaway, this one has not changed. We're anticipating price to continue dropping. The last time we spoke about this, we said price was going to start to drop, right? It is dropping. And so we're anticipating more momentum towards the downside, all right? So this one, just a quick one. We're looking at that 50 Fibonacci level as our target. So there's a pattern that's forming, right? Any breakouts of this pattern, we are looking for price to push back down to that 50 level, all right? And if you look at silver, now silver, this is what's happening with silver, right? If you switch to the 1 hour time frame, right? We have a possible lower high here, right? It's a possible lower high because we need confirmation. So the idea is, should price form this lower high, we're going to see it coming back down to this low. We're going to see it coming back down to this low, right? So actually, this movement here, right? This whole movement here is a correction, right? It's a correction. So price initially went down, right? It is forming this correction. So from there, we're looking for one more push towards the downside, right? This whole movement here is a correction. So it had to break this top one more time, reject this zone, and now we're looking for that lower high so that we can go down to the lower low. All right. So yeah. So with this one, we're anticipating price to push back down to this low here, to this low. So we're looking for this movement. All right. So that is the Berkshire. That is silver, right? Just a quick one towards the downside. Gold, similar, right? With gold, it's also similar. If you take a look at gold, we're anticipating gold to push back down to this low, right? To this low. If you take a look at the 1 hour time frame, it initially created a high there, right? So let me do this. It formed a high there. So we've got these 2 highs, right? And then price went down. As it went down, it broke and gave us a retest. It broke and gave us a retest around there, all right? So now we've got this retest that gave us a lower high right there. So now this structure has turned bearish. And so if it has turned bearish, we're anticipating more downside on this one. So we could easily see gold coming back down here, right? Coming back down here. So that is what we see from a shorter time frame point of view, right? Shorter time frame point of view. All we want to see is for price to keep doing this. You see that retest of that lower high there, right? We want to see price repeating the same thing again here. Right, you see how we have these previous highs around this zone. Let me just highlight it right there. Right. So now the idea is we get a lower high there, just like what happened previously. We get a lower high, then we are likely gonna see a push towards the downside. So this is something we can expect next week. Right. There is dollar strength at the moment. I think this is due to the rate cut. Right, the rate cut. So as long as this thing is still creating lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, we continue being bearish. We continue being bearish. So gold, this is how it's looking, right? So gold and silver, we are bearish on them, right? This is how gold is looking. We have silver as well. We've got silver. Silver anticipating more downside on this one, right? We're anticipating more downside on this one. And then Berkshire Hathaway, we're looking for more downside. I think all of them are bearish. So now take note that with gold, we are not talking about a big push towards the downside. No. We're not talking about that, right? In terms of what's happening right now, looking at the lower time frame structure, we can see there's a push towards the downside that's coming. So where is the next low? It's right here, right? So we would use this next low as a resistance. But if you take a look at like the bigger structure, it is still bullish, right? So one can say we are trading within a correction here. We are taking advantage of this correction. You see how it is? So yeah, gold, let's see what will happen next week, right? But we're anticipating more downside on this one. So ladies and gentlemen, yeah, it's a Friday. This is what we have for you guys. It's been a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys made profits. And yeah, enjoy. You must have a good weekend, right? Let's come back stronger next week, right? And let's see how we can take advantage. But there's a lot of dollar strength at the moment. So next week we'll talk more about this. All right. That's it from us, guys. Have a good weekend. Have a good one. And we'll catch you guys back on Monday. Cheers.